Jonathan Noble is a dynamo.
Oh, he's so active and energetic.
In fact, there seems little about Jonathan today that makes you question his potential. But earlier in life, Jonathan did face challenges. Once a happy, chubby baby, at 5 months of age, he was clearly struggling.
Why can't I get him to eat? That was very frustrating. Why can't we get him to eat?
Then, when Jonathan entered daycare in Canandaigua, his teachers quickly added more concerns.
You could see that he wasn't able to sit up by himself. When he would sit up, his whole body would lean forward. He wasn't making any attempts to crawl. So I knew that I had to find a way to approach Mom, to talk to her about our concerns.
Funded by the United Way, the Coordinated Child Development Program manages several sites. Each offers daycare. But when a child needs help, the center will work together with early intervention. And that's what Kathy felt Jonathan really needed.
You know, and I listened to her, but I didn't. There's nothing wrong with my child, I think is what I was thinking. You know, he'll progress.
It was probably around his 12th birthday. We all sat down together, myself, the teachers, and her, and we just, as honestly as we could, told her that we really felt she needed to listen to the pediatrician, she needed to listen to us, and make that phone call to have Jonathan evaluated.
And I think once I understood that this is something that can be fixed within a year, year and a half of therapy, then I finally accepted it. Okay, Jonathan needs help, I need to do something.
Jonathan began a year of physical and then speech therapy in his daycare environment, and the teachers at his Coordinated Child Development Center were involved every step of the way.
It's amazing, like, now to see Jonathan, you know, because I remember the therapist worked really hard with us. If he hadn't had the help with muscle tone and muscle development, he would have been more delayed, and that would have led to him being more frustrated, and I don't know what would have happened.
He's just interacting with other kids at daycare, you know, playing with them, you know, putting puzzles together. It's just like, it makes me so happy to see how far he's come.
Jonathan no longer needs therapy, and today is happy, healthy, and limitless. His future as bright as any parent could hope for.
I mean, if Jonathan hadn't received that therapy, who knows where he would be today. Certainly wouldn't be the little boy that he is.
I think that it's really important to learn from Jonathan's story that United Way has an impact on all our lives. We all need to help each other, and donating to the United Way is just a small way to do that.
Sam Malone was a World War II veteran, husband, and father.
We were always together. He and I tackled many projects together, and sometimes he was the lead, and sometimes I was the lead, but we supported each other.
Father and son shared the same name, and over the decades, a growing friendship.
What I loved best about my father was just his willingness to be of immense help to me when I was in urgent need, but also the fact that he instilled a lot of values in me.
Sam did need his father after he was divorced and won custody of his children. Newly widowed, Sam Sr. offered to move in and ended the crisis.
He became Mr. Mom. From that point on, I mean, we were a team raising 2 children.
And he stayed with his son for nearly 20 years, sharing birthdays, holidays, and his love for antique cars. But inevitably, things changed as Sam Sr. lost his hearing and eyesight. Then he broke his leg and had to be hospitalized.
As his health deteriorated, he became more convinced that he wanted just to have an easy death. The burden was on me to take care of my father and to make sure that his wishes were lived up to.
Now the father needed the son for one final journey. That took them to this hospice in Victor.
Serenity House is a place where we allow people with terminal illness to die with dignity. Most people, when they first come here, don't understand the concept. But when we give them tours and we tell them that this is their house, and they're not here too long before they realize, because this is a happy place.
Serenity House celebrates life, and during those moments, staff and volunteers become friends, there to answer every need.
We give all the residents love. Some residents need for you just to hold their hand. Some residents need to talk. Whatever is needed.
What Sam Sr. needed and got on his 97th birthday was pizza and cherry pie. What Sam Jr. needed, he found one night when he visited his father and saw him resting comfortably with a volunteer at his side.
Seeing the aide holding my father's hand just reiterated the tremendous caring attitude of Serenity House, the staff, the volunteers that attended to my father. And that was the last time I saw my father. At about 3:30 the next morning, the telephone rang. And I'm sure you understand when the phone rings at 3:30 in the morning, it's got to be bad news, and that was my first thought. My second thought, even before I answered the phone, was this is probably good news, because Father's wish has been granted.
Since 1999, 179 residents and their families have found peace at Serenity House. In addition to staff, 109 volunteers provide the invaluable services of caring, comfort, and dignity at no charge to residents. And none of that would be possible without funding from the United Way.
I don't think people realize the amount of support in the community that is available until they have to use it. They're there to support you and provide the resources that you may need to get through whatever crisis you're facing.